Thomas, a chef, is 35 years old. He has one daughter, whose name is Lola. He has a wife, whose name is Gracie, a very good cook. He had parents, but died at sea. His parents went to the beach when he was 7 years old and left him home. The last words were, "We would come back, so be a good boy and practice how to cook in the house, so you would become a chef in the future, but don't burn the house." This was what inspired him to become a chef. So he worked super hard. He wanted to challenge himself, so he became a first-class chef. Thomas also had a dog with much fur, a good swimmer. Thomas also promised his daughter that he would bring her gifts from America, not knowing the danger ahead. This was Thomas' first time entering a ship, and this was not just any ship, it was Titanic. He would feel He could feel the excitement within the crowds, but he was nervous and worried at the same time. He could see the crowds cheering, cars running, dogs barking, and then suddenly everything went silent. "Titanic," Thomas heard a whisper. "Disaster," he heard it again. Then unexpectedly, he could hear crowds cheering again. He could also smell the fresh paint on Titanic. Honk! Thomas heard the sound of the ship about to leave, so he ran inside to the kitchen. His, with a breath of relief, Thomas said to himself, "I should rest for a little while." Before 1 minute, first-class people started ordering food. "I need curried chicken. Some baked fish, please." The crowd ordered their food, but there was also a voice heard within the crowd, which said, "I need spring lamb now." It was the richest passenger from all the first class. "Okay, coming right up," Thomas responded. How could I make all of these orders on time, especially the richest lady's own? Thomas asked himself with a nervous look on his face. No, I asked for a challenge, and I got it. Not everyone gets what they ask for, so I should be happy, right? Thomas tries to make himself happy. He made and gave the first class their orders, and guess what? They did not like it, not at all. "This is not spring lamb, you immature human being. Give me my order now," the lady shouted. Thomas was discouraged, so he decided to make a French dish, new to the menu, a croissant. They will sure like it. And guess what? They did like it. "This is not spring lamb, but it tastes good. I just want spring lamb now," said the lady. "I don't know how to make spring lamb, so I will make a dish that will impress her," Thomas whispers to himself. He decided to make his own dish, which is going to be called pasta. How he made it: ingredients: make a dough, roll the dough to be flat, cut it into spaghetti, and twist them into curly spaghetti. Don't let them cut. Boil it and then put it on a plate. Add ketchup at the top and then put a fancy leaf at the top of the ketchup. That is pasta. Nervously, he served his extravaganza dish. Worriedly, Thomas went to the lady to give her his dish. "This is not spring lamb, but it does look fancy. I'll just take a bite," the lady said. Instead of just taking a bite, she finished it. "I love this. I want more," the lady said with sparkles in her eyes. People also started ordering it until lunchtime was over. Thomas asked me. The evening had come, and a dark mist of cloud had surrounded the Titanic. I heard the voice again, but it said something different. "This night, there's gonna be cries of help. Help. Take your dog with you and stay next to a lifeboat so you won't be a victim of the disaster," the voice said. I tried to ask the voice why, but it disappeared. I woke my dog, which wasn't very easy because he loved sleep. And put him next to a lifeboat. Surprisingly, he stayed. I went to prepare dinner and I prepared something new, which was going to be called hot dog. This was hard to make, so it took a lot of my time. Feeling panicked, I served it and everyone loved it. You've outdone yourself, said the rich lady. Night had taken its place and everyone was sleeping except for the captain and the workers moving the ship. With myself trembling, I went back to my dog after serving the first class people dinner. When I was walking to my dog, I saw a key on the floor, which didn't look like a door key. So I quickly picked it and ran to my dog, so I wouldn't be caught. My dog's name is Rick, by the way. When I reached Rick, everywhere started shaking. The disaster had arrived. I was at the backside of the ship. Then I heard the cries of confusion. Workers came and tried to reassure people, saying that was going to be all right. But I knew everything was not going to be all right, and that the ship was going to sink. This was just the beginning. The, the workers started helping people, getting getting in lifeboats. The people in first class were first, the women and children and also in second class, and also people in second class. The last people were third class. Most of them had already drowned and only some could get on a lifeboat, while the rest were left to be eaten by the depths of the sea. Musicians decided to stay on the ship and play some instruments. A sweet melody was heard while the ship was sinking, which also reached the people on lifeboats. With relief, I was able to get on a lifeboat with my dog. I saw a child in the distance breathing her last airs, trying to survive, so I jumped in the water, took the girl, and put her in my place. I was in the sea of doom, so I started to drink whiskey, not knowing it would save my life. I started to drink whiskey to enjoy my last day. Thomas, not us me. It was some minutes later, and Thomas was still alive, in the freezing water. A sea of bodies surrounded him, with some objects under them. Hey! Thomas hears a voice in the distance. Who was that? Thomas asks himself. Then he sees someone coming near him. He could also see a shape behind the person. Grab my hand, the person said to Thomas. Okay, Thomas replies. Thomas tries to grab his hand, but but the dark misty night didn't let him. He felt something weird, like someone just breathed on him. It's the gills, isn't it? The person asked Thomas. Thomas nods his head and looks round. Then he grabs the stranger's hand. He followed the stranger to his ship. Thomas was at the top of the stranger's ship, and then he had a parade of flashbacks. It was about Titanic sinking and his dog. My dog! My dog! Streams of water start pouring out of Thomas' eyes. He's gone. Thomas looked down at the sea. Did your dog sink? The stranger asked. No, I left him in a lifeboat, and I don't know where they took him, Thomas answered. No need to worry, you will find him. The stranger tries to reassure Thomas, but Thomas doesn't answer. The stranger goes to his driver's seat and sailed back to land. The disaster was over, or was it? Till the day, the picture of lifeless bodies still haunt Thomas' dreams. Rick is not still back, at least that's what people say, but Thomas thinks otherwise. Rick is still here with me, right? He's still here, right? Thomas tries to ask the voice. No, the voice replies. How did you know? Thomas asked. Because I killed him. The voice shows a picture of Rick dead. What? Why? Why did you kill him? To get revenge. Revenge of what? What did I do to you? You don't remember, do you? Do you? Do you remember what you did? You always bullied me in school. Why did you bully me? I did nothing. You put my head into a toilet. Why did you do that? Everyone made fun of me. I was just a kid. Thomas replied, kids do strange things. Then why would you do this? I was that girl in the sea hoping for you to die. I was the person who has the ship to bring you here. And do you know why your family's not back? It's all because of me. the, the voice laughs. Why?